Greetings everyone. Welcome to Gurukul CEC lectures. I am Mehak Chawla, Bharatnatyam artist, art educator and disciple of Guru Srimati Geeta Chandranji. In this lecture, we are going to study about folk and traditional theatre traditions of India. We are going to study about various folk forms and its aesthetic elements. India's dance and theatre traditions constitute a vast and dynamic cultural landscape that reflects the diversity of its people, languages, geographies, and belief systems. Across forests, mountains, river valleys, plains, and coastal belts, performance has evolved as an organic extension of community life. It is not merely an artistic activity but a cultural process through which societies express devotion, celebrate seasonal cycles, narrate myths, affirm identity, transmit knowledge, and negotiate social values. Tribal, folk, and traditional dance and theatre forms together form the foundational layer of this performative heritage. At the earliest level, tribal performance traditions emerge directly from indigenous worldviews rooted in nature, ecology, and collective ritual. In these communities, dance and theatre are inseparable from life itself. They accompany agricultural practices, rites of passage, healing ceremonies, and spiritual invocations. Movement patterns are often circular and group oriented, emphasizing unity and shared participation. Rhythm dominates the structure, supported by indigenous percussion instruments crafted from locally available materials. Costumes are functional yet symbolic, incorporating natural fibers, beads, feathers, and ornaments that reflect both environment and belief. Makeup and masks frequently hold ritual significance, transforming performers into embodiments of ancestral spirits or deities. As societies transitioned into more settled agrarian structures, performance gradually evolved into what we identify as folk traditions. Folk dance and theatre are closely tied to festivals, harvest celebration, marriage ceremonies, and devotional gatherings. These forms display greater regional stylization, repetition, and narrative clarity while retaining community participation as their core principle. Folk performances are marked by vibrant costumes reflecting local textile tradition, distinctive musical instruments such as the dhol, nagada, shehnai, iktara, manjira, and expressive yet accessible movement vocabulary. Folk theatre integrates song, dialogue, satire, and mythological storytelling, often addressing both entertainment and moral instruction. The open performance space, direct audience interaction, and adaptability to contemporary themes are defining characteristics of many regional theatre traditions. Traditional performance systems represent practices that have achieved historical continuity and established conventions of repertoire, costume, and music. These forms are sustained through lineage based transmission and community sanction, sometimes associated with temple rituals, court patronage, or devotional institutions. They demonstrate a high degree of structural organization while remaining connected to collective memory and inherited knowledge. Costume and makeup in such tradition often follow codified patterns, visually communicating character types, spiritual symbolism, and aesthetic intent. Musical accompaniment becomes more systematized, sometimes incorporating structured melodic and rhythmic frameworks. Across all these categories, music, costume, and makeup function as essential components rather than decorative additions. Instruments shape tempo and emotional tone. Costume signifies region, occupation, gender, and social context. Makeup enhances visibility and character transformation. Together, these elements create a holistic performance environment where sound, movement, visual symbolism, and narrative operate in integration. Thus, the study of tribal, folk, and traditional dance and theatre forms across India offers insight into how performance evolves from ritual necessity to social celebration to structured continuity. These forms should be understood not as isolated classifications but as integrated expressions of lived culture, reflecting both continuity and adaptation, while India's enduring artistic heritage. Having established a foundational understanding of tribal, folk, and traditional performance systems across India, it now becomes important to move from the conceptual framework to specific regional manifestations. So, if we take a closer study on the regional states of our country, अगर हम उसके जोग्राफी को देखें, क्लाइमेट को देखें, हिस्ट्री को देखें या वहाँ की लैंग्वेज देखें तो इन सब एलिमेंट्स के थ्रू हमारा जो फोक फॉर्म है उसको पूरा का पूरा एक शेप मिलता है. So that gives a broader cultural continuum. With this perspective in mind, we will now begin our focused exploration with the folk dance forms of North India first. So, we will study about the social context, characteristics, musical accompaniment, costume traditions, and its performative aesthetics. And we will begin with Jammu and Kashmir, where dance and music are deeply interwoven with spirituality, seasonal cycles, community bonding, and courtly influences. The valley's performance tradition reflect a blend of Sufi mysticism, agrarian gratitude, festive joy, and narrative expression. So, as you can see on your screen, these are the folk forms of this region, which include Kood, Dumhal, Rauf, Bhan Pather, Bacha Nagma, Hafiza dance, Bhan Jashan, and Vigi Nachu. So to begin with, धूमल. धूमल डांस जो है वो बेसिकली वाटल ट्राइब के थ्रू परफॉर्म किया जाता है and it is not a common recreational dance. It's a ritualistic performance which is deeply rooted in spiritual devotion. So if we look at the theme or the spiritual significance of this dance form, this dance is associated with Shah Shukr Saloni, who is believed to have performed it in the memory of his Sufi mentor, Baba Nazimuddin Ghazi, and it is closely connected with the Sufi movement and is performed particularly during Urs celebration at Ziyarat shrines. And the purpose of the performance was to seek divine blessings and fulfill the wishes of devotees. If we look at the occasion and performers, ये हमारे को बेसिकली उर्स एक स्पेशल रिचुअल है जिसमें हमें देखने के लिए मिलेगा और इट इज़ बेसिकली परफॉर्म्ड बाय वाटल ट्राइब एंड ये परफॉर्मेंस में आप देखेंगे कि ये जो एक स्पेस है दैट द सेक्रेट स्पेस वेयर इट टेक्स प्लेस और रिसेंटली अभी आप देखेंगे कि वुमेन्स भी हैं जो इसमें अब पार्टिसिपेट कर रही हैं. अर्लियर देयर यूज्ड टू बी मेन ओनली बट नाउ वुमेन्स आर आल्सो पार्टिसिपेटिंग. If we look at the performance feature of this dance form, ये जो डांस है ये शुरू होता है एक पावरफुल beating of drum with a loud sound where people gathers and the procession is formed जिसमें men carry a banner in their hand or a flag in their hand and then the flag is ceremonially planted in the ground where the performers form the formation and then they dance around the planted banner and they sing traditional folk melodies in chorus while dancing. The rhythm of the drum synchronizes with the singing, creating an intense devotional atmosphere. अगर आप इसका कॉस्ट्यूम देखेंगे तो आप देखेंगे कि इसमें बहुत ही elaborate, multicolored लॉन्ग रोब आर्टिस्ट ने पहने होते हैं या वहाँ की कम्युनिटी ने पहने होते हैं विद अ पॉइंटेड हेड गेयर adorned with beadwork and decorative elements. And the musical instrument which are used in this form is drum, and the songs are traditionally lively and narrative in nature. Singing is performed collectively in chorus. Dumhal thus represent a fusion of ritual devotion, community identity, music and symbolic movement. Now we will study about Koot dance. This dance also belongs to Jammu and Kashmir and basically belongs to middle mountain ranges. And if we look at the theme, so it is a night ritual dance performed to honor Lok Devtas. Lok Devta is local deity of that particular space, and it is being performed by the community for gratitude, to give gratitude for protecting crops, cattle and villagers from natural calamities, and especially it is performed in the occasions of harvest season, especially in maize harvesting time. In the festivals we will also see this dance form, and in the special community events, even in rainy season celebration they perform this dance form. If we look at the performers, they are local community who are farmers and people from neighboring villages also participate in this dance form, and both young and old they participate together, and usually it is being performed by a group of 20 to 30 people, and you will hear a fast rhythmic beat encourage spontaneous movement, and movement include forward and backward jump. This dance is energetic and inclusive, and anyone can join this form, and it is being often performed around a bonfire at night. If we look at the costume, So men wear a chudidar kurta with turban and women wear salwar kameez. And if we look at the musical instruments of this dance form, it includes drum, flute, narsingha, and uh, Khemraj. So he's a man who has received a Rashtrapati award for this particular dance form in the contribution of his in Koot dance. And it reflects agrarian gratitude, communal unity, which emphasize collective celebration rather than ritual exclusivity. Moving on, we'll study about Hikat dance. So Hikat is one of the most popular traditional dance form of this region. It originated as a children's game and was later adapted by adults into a full-fledged folk dance. The theme, it symbolizes joy, happiness and youthful delight because it is being performed by children. So that's why it accompanies all these elements, and especially being performed at the time of harvest season or the Dashera celebration or the spring festivals, even the cultural programs as well. In this, the performers usually dance in a pair, where a pair you will see a boy and a girl, and the participants hold hands and grasp each other wrist. And it is popular among all age groups, especially women. And it begins with a slow rhythmic spinning, gradually increases in tempo, and the pair lean backward slightly while spinning. You will see a lot of spinning in this, and eventually they whirl freely with joy, and originally performed without instruments, but now it is being accompanied by music. If you see at the costume of this dance form, women wear a colorful salwar kameez and men wear pathan kurta. And if you see at the musical instrument, you will see a rabab and tumbakner. It's a Kashmiri drum shape instrument, and the songs are basically romantic in character, sung by both boys and girls. It represents simplicity and celebration, transforming a playful circle game into a culturally cherished folk tradition. Moving on to Bacha Nagma. Bacha Nagma is believed to have Afghan roots and is considered an offshoot of the Hafiza Nagma dance form. Bacha means boy and Nagma is a Urdu word which means melody. So together it refers to as a dance, performed by boys or the young boys. And this dance form initially developed as a harvest celebration dance and later became very popular at wedding festivals and social gatherings. And after the Dogra Maharaja banned historical beliefs connect, the practice to this Mughal era under Emperor Akbar, the teenage boys dressed in female attire and they are highly trained in this dance style, and one dancer acts as a lead singer and other joins in the chorus, and you can see the maximum size of the people who are participating is 6 to 7 in number. And this dance form is very graceful. It has a very dignified movement. Spinning movement resemble, as you can see in a Kathak, so they have that kind of spinning movement. Singing and dancing occurs simultaneously, and the performances often continue through the whole night, and it is very popular at weddings, including both occasions on the Jhelum River. If you see at the costume, it's vibrant, long skirt and dress with a dupatta, and the jewelry and ornaments. They also wear jewelry and ornaments, and it is similar to kind of, I will not say exactly like Kathak, but the kind of Kathak costume aesthetic. And the musical instrument which are there, which are used in this dance form, are rabab, shehnai, dukra, tumbak nadi, ghungru, and sarang. And the songs and the musical style of this dance form, it includes romantic, humorous, heroic, spiritual, and comic elements, and influenced by Sufi Kalam. It is accompanied by Chakri folk music tradition. Some lyrics reflect Persian literary styles as well. If you see at the cultural significance, it challenges and plays with gender identity and reflects socio-historical transformation in Kashmiri society. Bridges folk traditions with Kotli and Sufi influences. So, through these diverse forms, Dhumal ritual devotion, Kood agrarian celebration, Hikat joyful spontaneity, and Bacha Nagma aesthetic and historical complexity. Jammu and Kashmir presents a rich and layered folk heritage. We now move further to southwest, to Punjab, a land synonymous with vitality, rhythm, and exuberant. If Kashmir dances reflect mysticism and lyrical grace, Punjab folk forms radiate energy, celebration, and collective spirit. Punjab's cultural identity is deeply rooted in its agrarian life. The changing seasons, particularly the harvest cycles of Baisakhi and Sawan, shape its performative traditions. The dances here are marked by vigorous footwork, expansive body movement, spontaneous verbal interjections, rhythmic clapping, and uninhibited release of emotions. They are not merely performances but dynamic expressions of community, pride, and the victorious human spirit. Among the most prominent and widely recognized dance forms of Punjab are Bhangra and Giddha. Other important dances include Luti, Sami, Kikli, and Gatka.